Today we are reviewing the Halo TV show Season 2, Episode 1 and 2. I've watched it with my wife, and she is not a Halo fan, so she will be a non-biased opinion, and I will be obviously the biased Halo fan opinion. She's never played any of the games, so we're gonna get two perspectives on the Halo TV show. So what do you think of Episode 1 and 2?
I was trying to get into it. I even had good snacks and everything, and it was just super boring. Like I
So
started
like,
putting myself to sleep.
you wouldn't keep watching it if you're not.
No, I wanted to, by the second one. I didn't want to watch the second one.
What did you think of Master Chief?
He looks upset. Like he looks like he's just ready to cry at any second.
She basically told me that every scene he's in, he looks like he's about to cry. And once you have that in your head, it honestly really does look like he's about to cry every season. He's literally like the most feelings Master Chief we've ever seen. He's literally like Drake Master Chief. He's always in his feels, and they're always worried about his feelings. And how's his mental state? It's like literally the opposite of Master Chief.
You and Master Chief sort of have the same haircut.
Yeah,
fade.
Master Chief has a fade, and all the Spartans have like dope haircuts for some reason, but they should probably honestly all have shaved heads. All right, what do you think of like the writing and the dialogue and that? Boring?
Really boring.
Cringe. Cringe, just silly.
Goofy. I laughed a lot, but it's not supposed to be funny.
So now we're gonna head into spoiler territory. Let's go through the episodes and my notes. The scene starts off, we're kind of in the action. I guess they fixed up Master Chief from season 1. He's no longer like a zombie thing. They just kind of forgot about that. And we actually have what is a pretty solid fight scene in the mist. It was probably the best fight scene. It was scary. Yeah, it was a scary scene for you. She's like, is this a horror show?
It was scary.
Is this gonna be a scary show? Yeah, that was probably the best fight scene that I've seen in the show so far, so that was pretty cool. But that was definitely the high point of the episode. And after that, there was a title sequence, and it was just boring as shit. After that, it was boring as shit. There's a bit of a darker tone in the fight scenes, and they had all the elites drawing their swords, was kind of cool. And then they put all their swords away. Like, that was a cool scene. That was the highlight of the episode, because the rest of the episode's boring. So then we have the new title sequence to the show, which is obviously better than the last one because it has actual Halo music. I don't know what happened between the two seasons. I don't know whose idea was it to not have actual Halo music, some of the most iconic video game music in the show. And then after the opening credits, we have Master Chief in the shower naked. Again, they love having this guy be not only not wearing his armor, but literally they try to get as many nude scenes as they can with this guy.
PTSD shower.
Yeah, and he's having a PTSD shower, which is one of the most cliche things that can happen in a fucking movie or TV show. Just in the shower and be like, oh, the war atrocities that I've seen, even though he's Master Chief and he's probably shouldn't really be affected by all this stuff. But this is the TV show Master Chief. This is Jimmy Rings, where he is in his feels all the time. And then we're introduced to Klaus from Vampire Diaries, who's the new Oni boss, right?
If you haven't seen Vampire Diaries, I definitely recommend it.
I don't recommend Vampire Diaries.
I would recommend it over
terrible.
this show, for sure.
It's probably better than the Halo TV show, but that's not a good measuring stick for what a good show is. Anyways, the new Captain Keyes is just a bad casting. Does not feel right at all. He just has like cringe lines when Silver Team's asking, who's that new Oni guy? And he's like,
he's the boss.
Sick writing there. And then we have this weird slave auction scene where the auctioneer, who looks like an old lady, beats up a larger male prisoner who she has no business beating up in any sort of fight. The slave guy grabs her, twists her arm after she said something he didn't like, and then she throws a very obvious right hook with the microphone and then proceeds to beat him up.
And starts humping him. Like,
and then it's like demasculating him and mocking him. Like, this grandma just beat up like what looked like Stone Cold Steve Austin level, just jacked prisoner dude, which is just woke modern TV show writing. It's just bad. It's just awful. Like, never would that happen in a million years. But in modern television and modern movies, it happens all too much. And then we get to Soren, and Soren is basically like this pirate slave owner guy. And honestly, the actor that plays Soren, I just don't like him as an actor, but he seems to be in literally every new movie or show that comes out nowadays, and it boggles my mind how he's in everything.
He's supposed to be like this big scary guy.
He's supposed to be like some scary pirate, but it's not believable at all. This show is full of bad casting and bad acting. Some scenes are hard to watch, like quite literally. Soren and his wife are ridiculous. Everything in this episode that has to do with Soren is boring. And then we have Master Chief trip to the AI brothel, futuristic hangout. That's kind of like
when you go to a strip club and you get like an independent dance.
Yeah.
You get to like choose, since it's in the future, you're able to like choose your person and exactly how they look.
Yeah. And the scene is really short and really doesn't add too much, and it just kind of ripping off Blade Runner. So there's that. And Master Chief's always in his feels, so he's in his feels about Cortana, and he misses her, I guess. So towards the end of the first episode, I quoted you saying, well, it's a good show if you're trying to fall asleep.
Yes.
And I would say literally 80% of this episode doesn't matter at all, and there's a lot of filler in it. And I know this is like the first episode and they're setting up a lot of stuff, but still, the entire pirate subplot, it might amount to something, but currently it's putting me to sleep. And the whole pirate gang is cringe. Everything about them, the casting across the board, it just feels like I'm watching a high school play. So that's the first episode. Like I said, it peaks really early in the first scene. They have a cool fight scene, probably the best fight scene in the show. Really cool stuff. And then it falls off a fucking cliff. Well, episode 2, the whole thing is kind of a setup for episode 3. We have the Quan scene where Quan is fighting a guy with a knife, and he's on top of her. He's got a knife. He's doing the thing, you know, when you pushing the knife down and she's on the bottom and she's holding the knife back. He's twice her size. He's a male. She outmuscles him from the bottom, which the person on top has every mechanical advantage possible, but she somehow has Wonder Woman, Superman strength, and she throws him off him and ends up stabbing him in the head, which is just terrible.
At one point, I actually asked you, like, if they have powers.
Yeah, she was asking me if Quan was a Spartan. She's borderline Jason Bourne, but she shouldn't be. She's just like your average Joe. Her family all died by like an invasion from the elites, and she survived, and whatever. She humbles the chief in some way. It's stupid. But anyways, okay, I rewatched this whole scene with Quan while editing this review, and it might as well be a scene ripped right out of Jason Bourne. She becomes a parkour master. She goes full on special agent, outmuscling guys, throwing them over balconies, throwing guys into fucking bar stools. Where did she learn all this? I have no idea. They might as well just give her Spartan armor at this point and make her part of Silver Team. Anyways. Also, why does every girl in the show have Karen haircuts? There's a new Cortana too, and she has a Karen haircut too. New Cortana doesn't look good. It looks like Can I Ask for Your Manager Cortana kind of vibes. It's not good. Anyways, Sauron's wife is awful. Sauron's awful. Everything to do with Sauron, Quan, and the whole fucking pirate gang is just bad. And then we have a boring Spartan training mission that drags on a bit too long, and it has some sussy CGI. This show costed $200 million to make, so that's interesting. This show makes me want to eat out of boredom is a note that you had here.
As I was opening the fridge.
And then that trainer, the albino guy with the ginger beard.
Oh, when he took her to the, like...
He takes her off the base to
like
some,
a
like...
Reiki appointment.
Healer.
Yeah.
Like a massage healer, but then it's like, oh, it's like a spiritual healer.
With one touch, he can just release all of your pain.
Yeah.
She was kind of like massaging
Is he a
her
wizard?
back, and then she started crying.
Yeah.
And she asked, what's that? And he's like, all your pain, baby.
But yeah, what was the point of that?
It seemed a little sexual, but it wasn't.
No, but also, like, are there wizards?
No, because she has mental health. Oh, yeah, all the scars. He said, you Spartans think that your scars are what is hurting you, but it's really what hurts on the inside. And then he, like, gave her the magic touch to show her
so
trauma.
they just want to make this show about feeling so fucking bad when that's like the opposite vibe of what the show should be about. But this is the Halo TV show, and it's about feelings. It's not really about stone cold killer super soldiers. It's about feelings.
Like, I asked you at one point, is Master Chief supposed to be tough?
Yeah, is Master Chief...
He's so, like, he's like
a
getting
baby.
yelled at, like, the whole time.
Yeah, he's like a baby.
Yeah.
Cuck
Like,
Drake
down.
Master Chief.
He sits down with the Spanish family, and the brothers are, like, making fun of him, and, like, they're like, did you have sex with my sister?
Yeah, that was just that scene was bizarre. And
he just, like, didn't say anything.
okay, if this massive dude came to your house wearing military fatigues, basically, and these guys are just like goofing around, joking around, like they literally have zero respect for like
They're like, what's your kill count?
a soldier. Like they're talking about a video game.
Yeah,
and
I
that.
know, duh.
But like, wouldn't you know?
Thank you.
Wouldn't you see a soldier and have some fucking like respect for someone who's literally wearing soldier fucking gear on?
Yes.
Especially when this is the future and Spartans are kind of like super famous as they kind of realized he was a Spartan and they got all excited. Yeah. So wouldn't you see this guy and have reverence and treat him with respect? No. It's just like bad modern writing.
And Master Chief could be gay because the guy was like, oh, this guy, he's like 7 foot tall, like probably has girls climbing all over him. And then the other brother goes, or guys, like implying they had to throw that in. It could be guys or girls.
For modern audiences, they had to throw that in. Hey,
I think that line could have been left out.
Yeah,
like,
the writing is all bad. It's like truly atrocious. For like the few scenes that are cool once in a while, which is basically just the fight scenes, the rest of it is just bad. And the Marines, the girl who survived that attack with Master Chief, does she look like a soldier in any way at all? No, she looks like she works at the fucking library. She has no muscle tone at all. None of the soldiers feel like soldiers. The Marines all look so fucking goofy. It just feels like I'm watching literally a high school play of Halo. That's the vibe. alive. At the end of the show, we have like another fight scene. The Marines are all lined up, and then this head Marine guy just marches them all into the darkness with no lights, and they all just get killed. After 10 of them get killed, he sends in another 10, and those ones get killed, and then he gets killed. What kind of military strategies are that? Let's walk blindly into the dark where there's obviously a fucking elite. Don't they know there's elites with swords and they're invisible and shit? And of course, remember McKee from the first season? Guess what? She's alive. I was pretty sure she died in the last episode, but I guess she didn't die. Also, why do the elites even listen to McKee at this point in the show? The prophets were chirping her and saying she was going to be killed anyway. So why is she like in a position of power still?
Which one's Marquis?
That Karen girl who was leading that elite around.
Okay.
And Chief saw her in his dreams, in his like sad boy dreams when he was missing her.
Oh yeah, that was her. Okay.
Yeah. So
she's evil.
She was raised by aliens.
He had sex with her?
Yeah, he had sex with her when she was a prisoner of war.
Why? Just because she thought
probably
she was hot?
It's probably a war crime,
They
right?
weren't dating?
It's probably a war crime.
Makes no sense.
They have like a love story in the first season. Yeah, it's
They
stupid.
kiss.
I don't know. I think they do. If you were scrolling through Netflix or Paramount, would you see the Halo TV show and would you like give it a chance if you're looking for a show to watch?
Just by looking at it, maybe. But it's one of those shows.
You wouldn't be watching that.
I wouldn't keep watching it.
You would just be like, this show sucks.
The first 10 minutes, I was kind of like, oh, okay, like let's get the snacks out. And then
before the title sequence.
Yeah, and then I was ready to turn it off like pretty quickly. I kept yawning and I was literally
that was the best
asleep,
scene.
Like getting tired. Like I wanted to close my eyes.
It peaked at that.
Yeah, I liked
It's too bad that was in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, it was really spooky.
I think it was hardcore when that priest walked in the lava.
Yeah,
they didn't walk in, but they were like going to walk in.
Yeah, suicide is badass.
Suicide's fucking cool.
I didn't like looking at Master Chief's face.
It's a bad casting. You think he should have a helmet on instead?
Yeah. Well, no, I didn't mean it like that. I just meant his face looked weird all the time.
You think he's about to cry all the time?
I felt bad for him.
But you think it would be better maybe if he didn't always take his helmet off?
Well, yeah.
And he was more stoic, maybe? A little bit more like how he is in the games?
Mysterious.
Yeah, that's how he is in the games. You know, you don't know who, you never see his face. He's mysterious.
Does he have like a voice thing when he speaks with Master Chief helmet on? Like
no, he just sounds like this.
I like that.
He sounds like this.
I like that.
And
better.
he's always serious.
He lets lots of people poke fun at him and
yeah, he's kind of a fucking bitch in this. Wouldn't it be better if he was as stoic and like he was in the games? Yeah. You didn't even know the games exist and you think he should be more of like a badass soldier.
Yeah. How could he even call himself Chief?
The Master Chief, yeah.
Master Chief. Yeah. Master Pussy.
We're 2 episodes in. The first season was just atrociously bad. And guys, this season is bad. It's not good. It's a little bit better. You know, the gun props are better. Things are improved. But at the end of the day, all the same issues from the first season are here in season 2. But obviously, I know they have a new showrunner and stuff, but all the stuff about season 2 being a soft reboot and we're being, you know, oh, we're doing it different this time, guys. Oh, we made it all better for you guys. That's marketing. It's bad television. There's a lot of bad shows on streaming platforms. Do you want to still watch the show with me? No, she's bailing on this series, so she doesn't want anything to do with this show.
There's not enough snacks in our cupboard for this boredom eating. I'm honored that you had me on here and allowed me to participate in the video, but definitely big waste of my time.
Watching the Halo TV.
Watching the show.
Okay.